Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Someone sent me a DM the other day on Instagram. They're going through something, they're struggling, and they decided to reach out to me. And look, my DMs are always open. I might not get back to you straight away, but I promise I will get back to you. So yeah, they reached out to me and it kind of got me thinking. Look, a lot of people reach out to me when they're going through stuff mentally. I don't know if it's because I was very open and honest about my journey, my current struggles, right? I don't shy away from them. So yeah, it got me thinking about what we can do as a community together. Obviously this channel is 99% boxing, but I do want to kind of open up the channel a bit more to other things. And I think discussions about mental health and what people are going through is one of those things that I really want to talk about. I did do something with a guy called Rory Jennings for TalkSport. It was called The Men's Room, where we were just open and honest about all shit. And I kind of want to get back to something like that, maybe do some lives about it. So nothing boxing, just kind of what we are going through, because I do think we like to hide those things. I know from very personal stuff that I used to hide a lot of shit, and then it would just go boom. And then it would be very, very difficult to kind of control it. So look, if you are going through something now, again, my DMs are open, reach out to me. I will 100% respond. Again, it might not be straight away. And you know, when you don't follow someone on Instagram, it kind of goes into like a hidden like folder. So if I haven't responded to you in a couple of days, it's probably because of that, but I will get back to you. But yeah, going forward, I definitely want to do something. Maybe it's a live once a week where we can just have open and honest discussions with each other about just the struggles. And trust me, I know you guys probably see me and I'm on TV and I'm traveling the world. I go through shit as well, which is why, again, I'm so open and free to talk about it with anyone. I didn't used to be like that. I used to kind of hide a lot and kind of put this mask on. But now I'm like, fuck that. That doesn't help anyone. So look, we'll get something sorted, but my DMs are open. All right, let's talk some boxing. Let's clear up this Padley situation. And when I say clear up, I mean, I think I got it wrong yesterday on yesterday's video. In fact, I'm 100% sure I got it wrong. I thought this fight would be a catchweight. I thought there's no way Padley is making the lightweight limit. It's impossible. But according to those in the know, he did a check weight in the UK. He made the check weight and he's on his way here now and he's going to fight for the WBC lightweight title. I find that bizarre. I do. I mean, look, I've always said, stay ready, don't get ready. But I meant like if you get a call a couple of weeks out. If you get a call 3 or 4 days out, I just find it impossible to get ready. And let's not forget, it's a day of traveling as well. Like if he was based in Saudi, okay, cool. He can cut weight immediately. He can go to the gym and he can start doing his stuff. He's going to be on a plane for like 10 hours where he can basically do nothing. So yeah, it's bizarre. I think he's here now. So hopefully we catch up with him today at the press conference and then we can have a conversation about where he is physically. I know he's going to say he's 100%, but I find it very difficult to believe that someone who gets a call on 4 days and then has to cut weight. I don't know what he walks around at, but I'm going to guess and say he's quite thick. Although he did fight at super feather for a long time, but I'm going to guess and say around the 155 mark. He's going to have to cut, as you guys can do the math, quite a lot of weight to make the lightweight limit, but good luck to him. All right, let's talk predictions. These two fights now, I might fence it. Not because I'm scared to give a prediction, although it can get tricky sometimes when you give a prediction, then you see the fight the next day, but because I have no idea how these fights are gonna play out. These, for me, are the true two 50-50 fights on the card. Honestly, where everyone seems to be going back and forth. Like the others, Zhang Cabiel, I think Cabiel is going to get it, but I think Zhang starts as a marginal favorite. Boatsy Smith, I think Boatsy starts as a marginal favorite. These two fights, good luck. I mean, ISRAIL Madrimov versus VERGIL Ortiz that's a hell of a fight. That's a hell of a fight. Two fantastic trainers as well. Robert Garcia, the trainer of the year. I think one of the best trainers we've seen of this generation. So many great fighters. Joel Diaz, who again has trained a few champions as well for ISRAIL Madrimov. And then the other fight, Carlos ADAMES versus HAMZAH Sheeraz. Let's start with the WBC middleweight title fight between ADAMES and Shirez. As soon as this fight was announced, I favored Shirez. But again, that could be British bias. I'm being honest, it could be that, right? You want someone to win, so you kind of find reasons for them to win. Since then, especially since I got over here and you're kind of around ADAMES and you're around these people, you kind of look at the body language and the confidence, and then I started watching a few of his fights. I watched the J-Rock fight, and the J-Rock one was interesting because ADAMES was a lot shorter than J-Rock, and I kind of, although J-Rock is not as tall as HAMZAH, I wanted to see how ADAMES dealt with a guy that had a longer reach and was a bit taller. And we all saw that performance, fantastic. The Derevanchenko one is a standout performance for me because, yes, I think Derevanchenko had lost to Golovkin before that and Jamal Charlo, I believe, before that. It was still a Derevanchenko that pushed those guys. I think that could have been the order. I might be wrong. So Derevanchenko is still very, very good. Like, very, very good. I mean, it was Derevanchenko that, for me, dented Golovkin. Like, that was the first time I seen Golovkin kind of like stumble back, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? And I thought that was a really standout performance. He had to dig deep in that. So Carlos ADAMES is no joke. He's no joke. He's going to shorten that distance very quickly. He's not going to allow, I don't think, HAMZAH SHEERAZ to use his reach and keep ADAMES on the outside. He's going to get underneath that jab and underneath that reach, and he's going to fight where he wants to fight, which is right there. He's going to fight right there. In saying that, HAMZAH SHEERAZ, for someone so tall, a bit like Callum Smith, is so good as an inside fighter. So I don't think it's going to affect HAMZAH as much as maybe Carlos ADAMES' team think it will. HAMZAH also looks very gangly, so because he doesn't have muscles bulging from all over his physique, you think he isn't strong. He's very strong. I've seen him lift weights. I've seen him move people. He's very, very strong. This is a tough fight to call. It's a tough, tough fight to call. I almost want to give my prediction after the first round. I almost want to see HAMZAH SHEERAZ get cracked. I want to see him get cracked and how he reacts to it. Because he is going to get cracked. Carlos ADAMES will land a couple of big shots. And then I'll know straight away. If he can take the power, then I'm like, okay, cool, he can take the power. I think we saw against Ammo Williams, he got cracked, and yeah, the legs moved a little bit, but he regrouped very quickly, and then it was a brilliant HAMZAH SHEERAZ. Tyler Denny, one-way traffic. I'm edging, but again, this could be British bias. I think I'm edging to HAMZAH ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. And I mean 51-49 slightly. So I'm going to go HAMZAH SHEERAZ to get the job done and become the 11th British middleweight world champion. The last one we had was Billy Joe Saunders, before that Darren Barker. So he's joining a very good group. I mean, again, on that list, Chris Eubank Sr., Nigel Benn's on that list as well. So it's a good group. I'm going HAMZAH SHEERAZ. All right. VERGIL ORTIZ versus ISRAIL MADRIMOV. I know for a fact these two have sparred each other. Those are with the big gloves. The gloves get a bit smaller. And these two are about to find out who is the top dog at 154 pounds. And I mean that. With Terence Crawford gone, I know there is Sebastian Fundora. There are other names as well. But you could almost say this guy, the winner of this fight could be number one. Could be number one. Don't shoot me down. I think ISRAIL MADRIMOV is incredible. Like, I'm in the same hotel as ISRAIL MADRIMOV, and what day was it? The Tuesday, he was in the gym, and his whole team was there, and I was just watching him hit the pads and move, and I was just like, I would pay for this. Like, I felt so privileged to see him. He was on his toes like Dimitri Bivol, but then when he sat on his punches, it was almost like watching Golovkin. And I know these are crazy things to say, but this is true. This is what I saw. This is a guy that has over 300 amateur wins. Not 300 amateur fights, 300 amateur wins. Obviously, his standout performance as a pro is Kurbanov, but I think he's taken so much belief and confidence from that Terence Crawford defeat. And sometimes that can happen. Sometimes even in a defeat, you can take confidence, because he would have gone into that fight a bit weary. He's fighting pound for pound number 1 or 2, Terence Crawford. And yes, T-Bud's coming up, but it's still Crawford. And I thought I think he might even regret the way in which he started in that fight. I think he'll probably look back thinking, damn, if only I believed in myself a little bit more. Because he would have gone into that fight very, very unsure of how it was going to play out. This guy can box. He can punch. Damn, it's a good fight. And then there's VERGIL ORTIZ, who we know can punch. Again, trained by the great Robert Garcia, and he is a great trainer. I think he would have taken a lot from the Boychuk fight. He would have taken a lot from that. And Boychuk, I think we saw against Ishmael Davis, ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. And yeah, I think when I score it round for round, I maybe could have edged it to Boychuk, but I mean, Virgil Ortiz shows some kahunas to get up. And you know what the thing is with Virgil? When you knock him down, and there were a legit knockdown in there, when you knock him down, he will get up and it's fire versus fire, which could be good, could be bad. I think for now it's good. Boxer versus puncher, where puncher can box and boxer can punch. Whew, God damn. God damn. We are in for a treat. This is my fight of the night by far. Like, this is the one for me. I am going Madrimov. I'm going Madrimov to win on points. It's going to be close. I think there might be a couple of knockdowns, either way. But I'm going HAMZAH SHEERAZ to be the new WBC middleweight champion, and I'm going Madrimov to take Virgil Ortiz's interim belt. I say this with no certainty, no confidence, but that's why this is why I'm saying this is the greatest fight card ever, because look at this, I'm like all over the place with these predictions, all over the place. Let alone when it gets to Dubois, Parker, Beterbiev, Bivol, I'm all over the place with these predictions. But yeah, I'm going HAMZAH SHEERAZ to win, and I'm going Madrimov to win. So European clean sweep. And someone told me the other day, I've not watched it, that when I was saying Shakur Stevenson's going to fight Floyd Schofield, I said Philip Schofield. Now, a lot of you Americans will never know what I'm talking about, and you won't find it funny. You'll be like, okay, so what? Google Philip Schofield, and you'll know what we're talking about. You know what it was? Darren fucking Barker was like, just kept on saying Philip Schofield in my head. So it just came out. It came out. Thank God he's not fighting, so I don't have to say. Imagine saying that on the broadcast. Imagine saying that on the broadcast, live, the whole world watching. Can't make those mistakes. All right, let's have a look. See if there's anything here today. Floyd Schofield tested by VADA at his own request after fears of being poisoned. I'm not even going to talk about this subject anymore until we get full information about what happened there. Because I've given you what I thought happened yesterday. I thought that he didn't know about the check weight, lost a lot of weight trying to make the check weight, and that kind of led to the fact that he was in hospital. That's my feelings. I haven't spoke to anyone from his team. I've not spoke to his dad. I haven't spoke to Floyd. If I do get the chance, then I'll make a video on it. John Scully, Artur Beterbiev is focused on Dimitri Bivol, not David Benavidez. Yep, fact. You can't, no disrespect to Benavidez, you can't focus on Benavidez when in front of you is Bivol. Like, Bivol is the second best light heavyweight in the world. Get through him, and then Benavidez will be ringside, then we can see what happens. George Lockhart provides the plan and structure for Joseph Parker. I am a bit concerned with regards to, let me see what Joseph Parker's weight was for the Zhang fight quickly. Because he's 100% bigger than that now. Like, seeing him up close and personal all week, his chest looks really broad, his legs look big. And my concern is if this goes late, does he have the gas tank with that extra weight? So look, we'll see how it plays out. Okay, is this him? Yeah, this is it. So look. So against Zhili Zhang, he was 247 pounds. Zhili Zhang was 291. I think he's going to be around the 260 mark, which I think could be dangerous. And the reason I say that is because I'm looking at his weight here. For the first Chisora fight, it was 241, then 251 for the second Chisora fight. Joe Joyce 255, Jack Massey 245. Then he had that fight in New Zealand where it was 239. Simon Keane 250, Deontay Wilder 245, so Zhili Zhang 247. He's never been 260. I mean, at least not in these. No, he's never been. I'm going all the way down. I'm even looking at the fight against AJ 236, Carlos Takam 234. What was he when he became world champion against Andy Ruiz? What weight was that? 246. 240 something because his weight, isn't it? Based on that, that's his weight. So yeah, I'm a bit concerned. I mean, Dubois is not the heaviest, so you don't need to kind of be bigger than Dubois. Do you know what I mean? I think speed kills here. And I think this could be a case of who is the fastest, who has the faster hands, who has the faster feet. I think if you're adding on an extra, I don't know, 10 to 15 pounds, it's a lot, isn't it? It's a stone. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out anyway. All right, guys, girls, today is day 4 for me in Saudi. Today is the press conference. And then it's weigh-ins, and then it's fight night. Again, I am presenting it. I'm very excited to present it. It's me, Sean Porter, and a special guest. I know who the special guest is, but I can't really tell you who the special guest is as yet. I think it's a few different guests, by the way. But I'm looking forward to it. The greatest fight card ever. And yours truly is hosting it. Fucking crazy world. Peace.